First came the credit card swipe and then the tap, and now just a wave of the hand can process a payment.
So the future just keeps coming. Let's check in with
Fast.
Jason Carr in the carport. Jason, what the mark of the beast is going on?
At a time when Elon Musk has monkeys playing Pong with their brains, scientists are growing half monkey, half human embryos, and UFOs are becoming a more real phenomenon. This seems on par or even a bit subdued by comparison or contrast. Amazon is rolling out palm scanners at one of its Whole Foods stores in Seattle. The technology, called Amazon One, allows shoppers to pay for their purchases by holding their hands above a scanner. Before you can use it, you have to give the company your credit card information and palm print. Amazon has been testing the system at its Amazon Go and Amazon Go grocery stores. The company plans to bring it to 8 Seattle area Whole Foods stores in the coming months.
The gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Foster, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Secretary Yellen, Chair Powell, I'd like to probe a little bit deeper on central bank digital currencies, and in particular, the need for a secure digital ID for participants. And therefore, a digital dollar will be crucially dependent on having an effective authentication component. That is a secure and legally traceable and maximally privacy-preserving way for participants to authenticate themselves as a unique, legally traceable individual, a secure digital ID. And it must be backed by a trusted court system and a clear legal regime to determine the conditions under which the participants might be unmasked. As a digital dollar, if it's to be used internationally, we're then going to need a digital ID system that operates internationally, at least among the free countries of the world. One of the things that is laid bare is the lack of, simply a list of citizens of the U.S. and in our ability to rapidly distribute funds, particularly to the underbanked. A high quality and universal digital ID.
A high quality and universal digital ID
in the U.S. would have made that immeasurably easier, as well as everything from, certificates or you name it. And so this has been, it's an ongoing discussion on many fronts. And there are also specific proposals. I believe you've had letters urging both of you to look into this in more detail. And so I was just wondering what the state, just as simply as a means for citizens to receive payments, as simply as a means for citizens to receive payments.
As simply as a means for citizens to receive payments.
Fed accounts, each one of us has, already an account with the federal government. The IRS at least. And I was wondering how you saw this part of the conversation going.
London Forest, Roxana, thank you very much.
I love this idea.
I love it too.
I love
Not everything is a slippery slope. Sometimes you're taking one step forward and that's all.
We get tracked digitally all the time now for all sorts of things. I have no problem. I have no problem.
I have no problem. I have no problem.
Yeah, I also find, guys, the honor system doesn't work here. It doesn't.
No.
Well, no one's asked us, but we approve.
But we're unanimous.
Yeah,
Okay, so here we have the new ATMs here at the UVA Credit Union in Berkmar in Charlottesville, Virginia. Looks like they're made by Hyosung with a thing that looks kind of like the buildings there in Wuhan, China. This looks like a bar to possibly scan your license plate or your vehicle. Down here we have ID card scan, I assume for vaccination cards. Over here we have a palm vein scan, which looks like possible microchips. And so what they're going to do is they're going to require mandatory vaccinations for all Americans and all of your children. And if you do not, comply with them, then they are not going to allow you to have access to your money. They will take your children. You will not have any kind of benefits, but they will give you the option to opt out, to give you free will to make this your own choice.
מרוצה, אדוני? מרוצה שנפתח?
007. Q? Please excuse the mess. Everything's a little bit up in the air, what with the changes and all. Couple of things to get through. Shall we get started? Just relax. That's it, lovely. Now, you may feel a small... Christ! Prick.
What is it?
Cutting-edge nanotechnology. Smart blood. Microchips in your bloodstream allows us to track your movements in the field. You see those readouts? We can monitor your vital signs from anywhere on the planet.
That sounds marvelous.
Call it a post-Mexico insurance policy. By direct order of M.
I completely understand.